Welcome back to another day of positivity. This week's parasha is Parashat Kedoshim, which says, love your neighbor as yourself. One of the golden rule of the Torah, as Rabbi Kiva taught us. And one of the most important ways we can love our neighbor as ourselves is give them compliments. As unfortunately, the students of Rabbi Kiva, it says in the Midrash, one of the manifestations of the fact that they didn't respect each other is they didn't respect each other's Torah and compliment each other. So I'll tell you Marva's story with the BEN ISH HAI and the LeShem. The LeShem was Rav Eliashiv's grandfather, the greatest Kabbalist in Yerushalayim from 100 years ago, and the BEN ISH HAI. It says that the LeShem was wrote his book, but didn't get much feedback. So he had a second volume of his book, the LeShem Shavov al-Achlama, one of the most classical, important, modern Kabbalistic books, until he got all the way from Baghdad, the great Gaon, Resh Galuta de Bavel, Rabbeinu Yosef Chaim. The BEN ISH HAI sent him a marvelous letter telling him that his work was a masterpiece of explaining the art and the science of Torah, science of Kabbalah. And he decided to publish the second volume. So what do we learn from this story? It doesn't matter how great you are. Everybody needs a good compliment, positive feedback, a pat on the back. And what I wanted to bring you to your attention is my good friend, Rav Avram, told me that there's a kollel in Israel. Half the day they study Gemara, Rashi, Tosfot, Poskim, and the other half of the day they just study the works of the LeShem, the senior Rav Eliashiv, the founder of that dynasty. Now, could you imagine this? The second part of this work would never have been published if the BEN ISH HAI wouldn't have sent a letter giving strength and encouragement and a compliment to the author. So let's not be stingy in complimenting each other and making each other great, because the whole goal of this podcast is to bring out the greatness in each one of you. Amen.